the way you really start momentum for yourself is two parts. One part, energetics and magic and doing the inner work and shit like that. And then the other part is taking action. And you doing one without the other makes no fucking sense. I'm just being real with you. This is the key ingredient. How you mix it all together is the absolute fucking key to making this shit work. So I used to do so much of the inner work all the time, all the fucking time, and just really like, right, I've worked on this, I've worked on this, I've worked on this, and then have no evidence for it. I would take no action because I was fucking terrified. I was so scared of judgment. I was so scared of what people would think. And so you need to do a little of column A, a little of column B. And I'm going to talk you through this. So I had a really fun thing happen today. And so my whole day today, I was just in pure alignment. I did no action work. I did no practical work at all. My whole day today was just energetics, feeling in the flow. What feels good? What do I feel pulled to do? And just little things, the things that like really keep me in flow when I feel like a bit edgy is I just whack on some Abraham Hicks on YouTube and I clean my house. That just clears out the energy. It makes me feel nice. It makes me feel good. And then just playing with my little boy. And I won two prizes on something. I won 3 one-to-one sessions with someone and another thing that would have cost, we're probably talking over £1,000. And I I was speechless. I watched the thing live of it being called through. I was like, oh, I entered this. That'll be fun. Like, and when I entered it, I actually did have the intention. I just felt pulled to do it. And that's another thing to follow is when you feel pulled, when you feel called to definitely take action on that. It's because I felt pulled to do this thing. I was like, do you know what? I'm winning that. I am so winning that. I won twice. I won 3 one-to-one sessions and a whole course for free. It would have cost me well over £1,000 and I just won it. And I was like, what? But when I did it, I just set the intention. I was like, do you know what? I'm doing that. I took the action because I felt pulled. I felt called. I followed that intuition. I followed that tug. And then I got into alignment. I just got into fun. I just got into ease. I had absolutely no second thought about it. And then I won twice. And I think that's hilarious. And it's just like the magic in action just makes me like, fucking hell. Watching that happen is like, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Is being pulled to do something and then stepping into ease and just going for a walk in the sun and just letting the universe do the heavy lifting. That's what's incredible. But you have to take action with it as well. But I used to do a lot of the reflecting back on it. I wasn't actually in a state of ease. I thought I was sitting back and letting the universe, like, I'm just waiting for the universe to manifest this for me, when actually I was sat in a state of panic going, where is this, where is my abundance, I want it to come, please come. It wasn't a state of ease at all. But it wasn't until I started taking action that I found my ease. And the way I go about it is I will set aside time to actually take the action, to create content, to create audios, to send things out to people. I will sit and take the time to do that. And I'll get myself in a good state to do that. And I have certain things that work for me. I'll give these examples because they might not be what work for you, but they might inspire you to do what does work for you. So if I'm writing my book, if I'm writing a book, I have certain music that will get me in the zone. Like I used to be able to sit and create art for hours and hours and not even get hungry if I listened to this album by Jamie T. I just didn't need to do anything. And then writing my book, I listened to my most recent book that I'm going to change into a course. I listened to Beyonce. What more motivation do you need than a Virgo working as hard as she does? And so when I'm sitting down to do something, certain music gets me feeling good and in the zone and like, yes, I can do this. If I'm doing something quite activational and motivational, I'm like, I need to get into state. Tony Robbins talks a lot about getting into state. So I will put on my favourite song. I will launch my body around. I'll dance. I'll move. I'll get the energy moving. Then I'm like, yes, now I can do this. And if I'm sitting down to write things, especially for like content, I will not create in a space of, fuck, I need to post something. Fuck, I need to do this. Shit, I need to do this. Oh God, what do I need to say? That is absolute desperation mode, won't work. What I like to do is I take that deep breath like that. And I think, who needs to hear what I have to say? What is someone really struggling? What would I say to them? There is someone out there right now. How can I serve them best? And it takes you out of the ego. It takes you out of worrying about yourself. And it's like, my message and the way that I'm going to help these people is way more fucking important than the way I think about myself. Period. And then I take that action. And then I'm just like, and then when I get in that state, I'm like, no, I'm being of service. I'm serving. And you can still have fun in the way that you serve what you serve. But when you get in that state of like, no, this is for others. This is beyond me. This is more than me. I'm to be of service. Then what flows through you is just so you stop worrying about the way that you say it or what you're going to say. You're just like, right, no, this is what I have to say. And if I was talking to myself 2 years ago, this is exactly what I would need to hear. And then you deliver it. You deliver that sermon, but you take the action with it. So it's like, I get into state, I do the energetics, that magical part of it, but then you're taking the action as well. Not just saying, right, I've meditated for 3 hours today. Where's the abundance? It's taking action with it as well. Because I've heard it before. If you just do woo woo without action, it just is straight up Delulu. It is. You have to do both. You have to do both, and you have to do different. If you've just been taking action, and having shitty results, you need to do more of the energetics and getting yourself into a heightened state, into a better state before you create, before you write, before it is whatever it is that you do. Do the energetics of it. Tap on it. I know we have EFT practitioners in this group. Tap on that. Work through the beliefs. Work through that shit. But you have to take the action as well. And I think that's a lot of, especially in spiritual communities, it's like, oh, we're so esoteric and it's untangible, but we are here to serve and we need to actually take action. And when I started taking action, I felt the momentum, I felt myself moving forward, and it felt good. And the easier I was with myself, the movement was so much easier for me. When I was like, I have to do this, I have to make this. Why haven't I made it yet? Why aren't I successful yet? Why haven't I quit my day job yet? This means I'm a failure. I'm a fucking failure because I haven't quit this. I haven't done this. I feel shit. I feel shit about this. And then, being very truthful, my mother was not very fucking helpful in that. She was spiritual. She'd read thousands of books in her year. She had all the knowledge, but she had absolutely no do. She did not do. But she would berate me that I was not doing enough. She'd be like, you should be doing more. Why aren't you successful? Why are you being sad? Why are you like this? This isn't who you really are, blah, 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 and just berate me for it. And what I figured out after learning my human design was that I'm a reflector, and so I do have down days, and it's just part of my nature. Doesn't mean that I'm somehow a failure because of it. It's just part of who I am and my design. But she would berate me when I would be in states of not being productive, not being successful. And so I took that voice on that I was, not enough and real strain, I have to make it, and feeling shit about myself. If I could get one booking a month and then not have someone for months, I'd just feel terrible about myself. I'd feel so shit. But it's because I had this strain and this force put upon me, all this pressure. And when I let that off, and I was like, you know what? This is going to happen in divine timing. I'm going to keep doing what it is that I do. I'm going to take more action and promote myself and get more confident with myself. And it's going to happen. And I don't have to put pressure on myself. I can choose to be my own friend. I can choose to be, oh, that's going to make me cry. I can choose to be kind to myself. I can choose to be very caring with who I am. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the easier I was with myself, it just steadily happened. And take that stance of taking care of yourself, of going, it's going to happen. Like, take a breath, because it is going to happen. You just have to steadily keep going forward, keep taking those steps forward, keep doing the work on yourself, keep doing the energetics, keep getting yourself into state, and keep creating from that place, keep working from that place, and see what magic happens, but not having this definitive strain of, this has to be it, this has to be the one, this has to be it, this has to be the final draft, this has to be the perfect thing. And just be like, everything I make, everything I do, I am channeling God. I am channeling the universe. I am a creation of God. I am pure essence, and what I'm giving at all times is beautiful and magical. And like, when you think about a tree, how it just gives oxygen for us to breathe and live. It doesn't think about its next move. It doesn't think, how am I going to keep creating oxygen? Am I going to run out of oxygen? Am I going to run out of, photosynthesis? And will I stop being able to convert H2O? It's not fucking H2O, is it? That's water. You know what I mean. Carbon dioxide, that's it. CO2. The tree doesn't think, I'm going to stop functioning. What if one day I can't convert it into oxygen anymore? It just continues. It just grows. It has flowers. It has fruit. It just is. It just is. It just has its function, its beautiful natural function. And just be easy about that. Be easy about that and just let that happen. It's not going to be a one-time thing. And that is a shift in perception, is that you don't have to try and figure out what the one thing is, because you are more than one thing. And you will create more than one thing. And it's not just a one-time event. You're not going to have one good idea. You're going to keep having good ideas, and you're going to keep creating, and there's going to be more momentum, and you're just going to flourish and keep going and keep going and keep going. People that are really successful aren't successful from like a one-hit wonder. And that's what we can often think about ourselves, is that, am I a one-hit wonder? And that's why we try and just get that one thing right. Think, no, I'm creating an album. I am an artist, and I can create and keep creating. I can create masterpieces and songs and symphonies and whatever the fuck it is I want to do. That didn't go where I thought it was going, but that was beautiful. God, I love being a channel.